What do your kids need from you right now? If this video found you, it's for a reason, okay? You've been asking for some clarity, for some answers, and maybe you've even turned to spiritual guidance because nothing else is working. Or maybe you just don't know what to do, and then this video found you, and you're like, okay, I'll try spiritual guidance because nothing else is working. And you're wondering, like, am I doing the right thing? Are they going to be okay? So if this rings a bell, this is for you, okay? We're going to channel the collective and find out what your kids need from you right now. What do they need to be excelling and to be thriving and just being their best selves? And what's the one thing they really need from you or from others, right? Okay, I already have a card that came out. Let's see what it is. The Page of Wands. I feel like they're defensive. So this could be like a behavioral issue, emotional issues that you're experiencing with your child. And I feel like they just get they just explode, right? And I want to let you know what I'm hearing is that what they're getting upset about is not actually the thing that's happening in the moment. There's something else below the surface that's going on, and that's not being dealt with. And so, they're holding those emotions in, and they probably don't even realize they're doing this. It's like a subconscious thing, right? They don't know what they're experiencing. All they know is that I have these feelings, and then you're a safe person. I can let it out with you. I know you're not going to hurt me. I know you're not going to judge me. And so when they're with you, whatever this underlying issue is that's not being dealt with, they can't express themselves in that situation. Then they see you, and something happens that triggers them, and it's just like the cherry on top where they can't hold it in anymore, and they just like a volcano, just like in that card, they explode on you and they get defensive. Okay, so is this sounding like what you're having going on right now? Is this, yeah. Let's see what else. The Page of Swords, 2 pages in a row. Look at that. A lot of red energy. There's something going on. That's the biggest thing I'm hearing, is that they're just defensive. Maybe you're like, I hear you. I try to talk about emotions, and they're so defensive, they don't want to talk. So how do I help them if they don't want to talk? If they're not going to tell me what's going on, maybe they're too little to even say what's going on. Maybe they're like a toddler or a baby, or maybe they're a teenager and they just don't want to talk, right? But it's like, I'm trying to figure this out, but I'm not getting any information from them. So now what do I do? And maybe you're like, yeah, I've suspected that. I agree with you. But what do I do now? I get you. I'm seeing the 6 of Swords. And so I know the tongue is being held. Like, there's no information being spread. Okay? So we're at a loss. We're truly at a loss. And we're like, what do we do now? What do we do now? And that's probably where you're at in this video. You're like, yeah, everything you said, spot on. That's exactly what I'm going through, but what do I do? So let's see what Spirit has to say about this, okay? What do you need to do to help your child? Okay. A lot of information. Wow. A lot of information. Okay. So I'm seeing the 4 of Swords. Get off their back a little bit. That's the first thing. That's something that probably you're not even expecting. You're like, get off their back. I'm trying to solve an issue here. Yeah, I know. But you're going about it the wrong way, and it's just pestering them. It's frustrating them. You need to get off their back a little bit, okay? Let them have some space, okay? Let them have some space. I do feel like this energy is going to change, and it is going to get better. Look, I'm seeing the Death card, and not to scare you. This is not something to be scared of. This is an analogy. It's a metaphor to say that they're going through a change right now, okay? They're going through a change, and that can be a little unsettling, okay? Think about when you go through big changes, right? And it's scary. We don't know what's happening. And that's what your kid's going through. Whatever way, maybe they started school for the first time. Maybe they're in a new grade. Maybe they're going off to college. Maybe you're divorcing. Maybe you're moving into a new home. Maybe your pet died. Maybe you're getting a new pet. Maybe there was a birth of a new baby, okay? There's big change going on for your child right now. And it might seem like they handled it perfectly. And maybe they think they handled it perfectly. Maybe they're excited about all this. And so you're like, it's not that, because they're excited, they're loving it. Yeah, that's true, but it still is a change. It still is a change of energy for them. And they're figuring out who they are in the place of this. How do I fit in with this new scenario? Who am I in this new energy? How does my puzzle piece fit in this picture? Okay, and that can be it could take a minute to figure out, and there's a lot of like energy clashing because we're trying to figure out, where does my puzzle piece go, right? So That's all that's going on. I don't think it's anything more than that. I think that they're going to get through this just fine. And I think that what you have to do is give them some grace. Back off a little bit. Back off a little bit. It's going to be okay. Because look, the Ace of Cups. Aces are about new beginnings. This is a new beginning for them. And Cups are about emotional fulfillment. They're going to be happy. They're going to be just fine. They're going to finally figure out how to share what they're feeling, but not right now. They have to get through it, and when they're on the other side of it, then they'll be able to process what they were feeling and actually talk to you about it. Okay, but I'm hearing you don't go prying. Do things with them. You know, if they're little kids, just color with them, and they'll tell you on their own when they're ready. You won't have to pry. If they're older, if they're a teenager, just sit in the car to go to the grocery store together. Don't talk. Just sit there, drive, and maybe they'll say it when they're ready. You know, but I'm hearing don't pry. The Four of Cups. It's going to get better sooner than you think. It might feel like this is going to last forever, but I'm actually hearing it's going to get better sooner than you think. So I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments if this is helping. I hope that things do get better with your child. I know as a mother myself how frustrating that can be. So you guys take care. Make sure to follow me because I post these readings all the time.